Oh my God. So Matt Reeves kind of teased the possibility that Robert Pattinson will indeed join the DCU. So yeah, this is definitely different from the days from when James Gunn and Matt Reeves would just flat out say no, separate. No, like no, nothing, no. This is different. Both of them had answers that are kind of just teasing the possibility that it could actually happen, or it, at the very least, been talked about. So if you remember, James Gunn had said this.
Have you contemplated, have you had the conversation, have you reconsidered integrating Pattinson's Batman into your DCU?
I've contemplated it. Yeah, we've contemplated it. You got to contemplate everything, John. We got to talk about everything. These questions you can't answer because people are too,
Right.
He just left it at that. And there was he wanted to say more, but he kept it to himself. So that already tells me there's something going on. And there are insiders as well who've kind of been challenged by the fans. And I think that's why they don't want to talk about it anymore, because it's been pretty toxic online. But they've also heard that they're not going to be surprised if Robert Pattinson enters the DCU. It merges or it integrates him into DCU somehow. And yeah, we got a tease of DCU Batman in Creature Commandos. But like James Gunn has said,
when they first gave it to me, we saw a lot more Batman. And I was saying, I am not ready to commit to that. I'm not ready to commit to that. I'm not ready to commit to that. So I just more silhouette, more silhouette, more silhouette.
He's not ready to commit to that. That's why he kept showing a silhouette instead of a full reveal, because even he doesn't really know what the Batman really is going to look like, which means the possibility that would be Robert Pattinson Batman is not too far off. I mean, even that Creature Commandos, that may be a caller after all. I'm all for it. I am. I'm not so big on it has to be separate universes. I don't care. I think there needs to be a Batman in DCU, whether it's Robert Pattinson or someone else. I don't really care. It just needs to have a Batman somehow. And if they think that the only way to get a Batman into the DCU would be Robert Pattinson, then go for it. I mean, go for it. And I think as long as Matt Reeves gets to do his Batman 2 and Penguin Season 2, Matt Reeves talking about Robert Pattinson in DCU lends to this a little bit.
Have you contemplated recently integrating Rob into the DCU?
I mean, it really comes down to whether or not it makes sense. And, I think what's been great is there was really a kind of a story that I wanted to tell. We're calling the epic crime saga and all of that, which is the thrust of what we wanted to do. And it's been important to me to be able to play that out. Yeah. And, James and Peter have been really, really great about that, and they're letting us do that. And, what the future brings, I can't really tell you. I have no idea right now, except that my head is down now about getting the Batman Part 2 shooting and to make it something really, really special, which of course is the most important thing.
And if they decide we really want Rob to be our DCU Batman?
I don't know. Well, we'll have to see where that goes.
Fair enough.
All he cares right now is making Batman Part 2, Penguin Season 2. After that, whatever the future holds. At that point, he got to tell his epic crime saga, even though it should have been a trilogy, but I think maybe they're kind of rushing to get Batman into the DCU, so there might be something like that. And also the fact that he has gone through some personal issues. Even me, who have gone through some personal things in my age, you tend to look back at what's more important and what to do in life and what not to care for. And so maybe at this point in life, through his personal things and making Batman, he just cares about finishing up what he needs to do with Batman Part 2, maybe putting 3 and 2 together, and then Penguin Season 2 by 2027 after his epic crime saga. I wouldn't be surprised if Robert Pattinson joins the DCU and Superman shows up. David Schwartzman comes up and it says, "Bruce or Batman, I have to talk to you about the Justice League." No, I know. I'm just playing around. I'm just making that whole Avengers Initiative post-credit scene in my head for the Batman Part 2. But I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't be unhappy. As like Matt Reeves says, as long as it makes sense and at least he gets to tell his story before they do that, then I think he'd be all for it. And I'm all about world's finest, too. So any way possible to get Batman and DCU faster, have Superman and Batman interacting, having part of a Justice League, I'm all for it. Whether or not it's Pattinson or somebody else.